as that decider if they need it. But first, it is Ancient, and it is Na'Vi starting on that T side, and as always, Simple's got that P2 fitting.
That's going to be a hell of an incendiary considering where all these players are standing. And down they go. A huge read from FORZE. And a fantastic start from them. But it is a pistol round after all. Simple, of course, with the P250 and armor, as you often find him on the T side. Result keeping an eye on things. Just jiggling, not outstaying his welcome there. Wanting to sit on the advantage, but this can still be turned around. Pistol rounds are often explosive, and this one is no different. I think that was a hard read from FORZE with that incendiary down mid. But the job is not done yet. That'll certainly help though, as will that, leaving Perfecto 1 versus 5. Bomb on the floor, switching to a new pistol, unable to even start planting. 4 players up for FORZE as they take the first round.
Good start from FORZE. As you were saying, just a very good read to have that incendiary on mid. It's just so unlikely that the Ts will expect that to come through in the pistol. It's so rare for a molly to be bought and just thrown out like that at the start of the round. So the fact that Na'Vi go for the early mid control, they get pretty handily dealt with by that counter aggression and utility. Now Na'Vi will decide to force with those pistols. See what they can do with them.
What's quite interesting about this situation is that FORZE have been playing so much Counter-Strike recently.
Yeah.
So we can see on Ancient they've played 13 maps. They've won about half of the maps they've played. But I'm sure that's all information to absorb coming into a match like this versus Na'Vi. And again, I think that pistol run was a good indication that they have done their homework for this series. So while historically it's a mixed bag, it's all information to build upon. Try to use coming into this one. See Jerry trying to jump past Simple there with the MP9, which has reasonable jumping accuracy, it must be said. But it is Simple after all. Na'Vi trying to make this one expensive. This is a force buy from them. Their 3 remaining plays. These Tech-9s could be dangerous. They have a flash. Few pieces of util. They can isolate some of these fights, but there is a crossfire here for FORZE. That won't be easy to deal with unless a molly comes Shalfi's way.
Couple of smokes at the ready to try and cut off those angles. Shalfi should indeed be smoked off. That's a bit of damage through. We'll see if Krad is indeed isolated here on the bomb site. Do they want to fight and try and help him? They do, but they don't succeed. Both players dropping on the site itself. And now FORZE probably have to set up this retake. They can't deny that bomb from being planted.
Worst case scenario for FORZE. Great execute with a little util from Na'Vi. Shalfi swings and faces both of them, and Result gets utterly deleted by Simple. We saw promise in the pistol round from FORZE, but what on earth was that from Na'Vi? That was a force buy, and they made that look standard with that execute on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, FORZE try and get one player to go through the smoke into a really difficult position. You see MPL just able to spray that player down, trying to run through the smoke desperately. That's that final shot from Simple. Very well taken. And again, it's FORZE with a good read early. Off to a good start with a pistol, and then instantly reset by Na'Vi. I wonder if that's going to be the story of this series. As soon as FORZE start to show some promise, feels like Na'Vi just give him a slap in the face and say, nope, it's not allowed.
Could be dangerous at this range. NPL manages to avoid it. Anti-force by protocol going well enough then for Na'Vi in control of CT spawn as well as other places. So it's FORZE's turn to have a difficult start on the CT side, just as Na'Vi did on their opponent's map. The same will be true of FORZE. Despite the glimpse of promise, hardship will come quickly. Bomb makes its way towards B, while Zorte is creeping. Not sure how much there is for him to do now. You a fan of the Banana 5-7? That was a revelation when it came out. Very popular.
Yeah, I think I used to have one. I can't remember what I've changed to now.
It was a
I'm no
whole
longer
thing.
Part of the monkey business crew. Oh, Sorte, hang on a second. Oh, taps the bomb. Electronic forced into him. Good kill from Electronic with the MP9. Man, yeah, Zorte showing us the promise he has.
He had no right to have a kit there, but imagine if he did.
Imagine.
He's holding that all day. Everyone turning up with the Desert Eagles at the very least. It will be hard for FORZE to turn up in round 4 though, because it is eco time for them. Jerry will buy a flashbang. So there's a $200 investment in total for this round. 3 players towards the A. Oh, no, they're going through Donut. So maybe looking to burst on the mid position. With a support flashes coming out from Na'Vi, I'm sure there'll be one late one for FORZE. So they could find themselves in trouble now, because here comes the swing with the USPs. And it will be basically to pad simple stats.
White work for Na'Vi. Just losing one player in the process. I think FORZE realistically can't have expected too much out of this round either way. In the other matchup, Spirit are just, I don't want to say destroying Astralis, but I kind of have to, because that's what's happening. It's 8-2 on the second map. Wild scenes.
The first map?
I mean, I think it ended like 16-4. Yeah, 16-4 to Spirit.
Damn.
I mean, that's just, hey, listen, maybe FORZE might be looking at that and saying, okay, Astralis right there for the taking. Some of the other teams in this group also somewhat vulnerable. I know the Ents have obviously made their roster move recently. So yeah, if I'm FORZE, I'm looking at this group and saying, yeah, there's chances. Even if this Na'Vi series will be tough.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see more buy rounds here. Sample size quite small so far on Ancient, but there's another one just around the corner. Might not be perfect though. That tiny scenario I found quite interesting, to be honest. Just to see how do you squeeze the most out of that USP in the worst situation. And there we have it. There's not much you can do. But anyway, 3-1 for Na'Vi. Simple will be gifted an AWP. The same will not be true of FORZE. Jerry will have a FAMAS. So indeed, there'll be some shortcomings in this round. But they've got the tools as far as utility is concerned for the most part. Let's see how they fight for control at the beginning. They will be a bit lacking here and there. So not the usual junk thrown by the CTs in the mid position, but there will be an incendiary. In the meantime, Zorte's got a lot of work to do on this bomb site. Caught with a grenade, but a flashbang will certainly help him. These flashes really working out for Zorte as he finds the T's stuck in the choke point. Result is still here as well. Bombs on the floor. Simple taking the place of his teammate, getting his bell rung, but delivering the frag fast enough. Very, very awkward advance there for Na'Vi, trying to break FORZE's by immediately, and there's still the possibility to do that in this 2 versus 3.
Bomb has been dropped in the open, so Na'Vi will have to likely move towards this bomb site. Finally, Perfecto starting to creep on in. No one in Donut right now, but Na'Vi can't know that. So they smoke off that position. Simple actually didn't get the bomb there. And Xiaofi just able to land that shot. Only one needed. Nice turn from Perfecto. Spots that second player. So close to the kill onto Krad. But Krad lines up the headshot at long range. That was a pretty ugly round from both teams, in all honesty. FORZE kind of messed up that A main smoke initially. That meant that the second player pulled a smoke out himself and almost got caught in the open. But then the Na'Vi camp just got so blinded as they tried to enter A there. They kind of just had to funnel out one by one. FORZE will happily take that.
Such an important duel to win there for Crad. Especially this early on. And now see a little more aggression from FORZE in that mid area. As Shelfie will be flashed through the smoke. I'll see that there's no challenge just yet. Now, you don't want to dump too much utility in this position, because Na'Vi may emerge late, as we can see from Bit and Simple's positions. A re-smoke up top, and they'll have to concede for now. Looks like there's potential for a split of the A-bomb site, but there's also still potential towards B. Result eats a big flash, and he'll be devoid of information as he goes down in that mid-area. FORZE need the info at the very least to try and figure out what Na'Vi might be up to here. You can see the bomb still poking towards mid, but there's two Ts poking towards either bomb site at present. Sorte being patient for now, but Shelfie will deliver a revenge kill for FORZE, who have a bigger focus towards B now.
And that looks like a very good call right now. That bomb is going to be towards B. There is still time to go back. Na'Vi decide to do here. FORZE actually adjusting their setup. They've just heard the molly. They've got the aggression from Crab, but now he spots some players. And he calls for assistance back towards this B bomb site. Still Na'Vi not decided. MPL finally hits a headshot, and I think that bomb is going to go back to A. It's only Sorte here, but the AWP might do enough. The bomb drop with no time remaining. Nothing Na'Vi can do about it.
The dance of these two teams continues from Overpass to Ancient. That push from Crad, he saw the bomb poking into the cave area, and that was all the information they needed, because Shelfie and Jerry were on the way towards A. They were almost in CT spawn. They were being sold a fake by the molly thrown from long A, but spotting the bomb there, taking that risk with the team rotating. Let's just take a risk. Let's just poke forward just in case. Sorte delivering both kills, getting tagged from the guy lurking on the site, but able to just disengage all he needed to do with that time remaining. Very good spatial awareness from FORZE. We're going to concentrate towards the A-bomb site, but let's just poke towards B and make sure the bomb's not here. Oh, there's the bomb. Cancelling the rotation as well. Almost feels like we're 20 rounds in now, the way this back and forth has been happening in that last round. And it's just round 7. Jerry with a different approach, holding the smoke, waiting for info. Another dangerous pistol round. Simple has a Desert Eagle once again. Jerry will deal with Electronic. Now this is a round where FORZE can't really afford to bleed too much. So they want to play it careful, but not give up too much for free.
I think it should be okay.
Oh my days.
It's not even the right crosshair placement, and it's just pure reactions from Simple. Was ready for someone peeking further back. Still able to adjust. Now Shelfie trapped in this position. Lovely transfer with the AK though. Making sure to clean up the mess that could have been about to come through. Yeah, we're hoping to try and trade. But Shelfie, too good. Nice quad kill from him. Farming those stats. And FORZE take the lead.
I love this series. No dog in the fight. Fan of players on both sides. But I love this series. I love seeing Blade as well. You know, if you go back to when the new Nuke first came out and he had that team, they had the sickest executes on the A-bomb site. And it's great to see that mind standing behind Na'Vi. Can't think of a better person for the job, honestly. Lots of history as a player in Blade. And, you know, CS has been around for a very long time, so not everybody will remember that stuff, but I certainly do. Plenty of lore for Blade. Ooh, very nice, Mr. Shelfie. Juicy frags in that mid position as FORZE look to fight back again. Excuse me. If you're joining us late, this is the pick of Na'Vi. They took FORZE They took away FORZE's pick of Overpass, excuse me. Now they look to do it in 2, but FORZE have got something to say about that as they take the lead on their CT side.
In control, looks like it will be the objective here for Na'Vi early in the round. It's a little more difficult for Result to spam that smoke with the AK. If you have the silenced M4, you're more comfortable doing so. Instead, I think they will just be holding for now. See a couple of players getting up close behind this smoke for Na'Vi. How much do they want to commit into mid is the question. They want to go even further here. So might look to activate. Doesn't realize they're so close by. Jerry unable to clean up. 2 clean kills for Na'Vi, and this flank won't be quick enough. Look at these positions that Na'Vi are getting into now. This is so uncomfortable for the CTs.
Yeah, Krad's got to find something to extinguish here before the full fire comes his way. Indeed, it will do. Hammer time as far as Simple's concerned. That makes it a 5 versus 2. They can't afford this round, FORZE. See if they can keep these weapons up. They'll even need to be careful about scoping because NPL's getting closer and closer. Lots of potential for the round to come from Na'Vi, especially if they can take a few more players with them in this one. Simple taking the lead now on the T side with 8 kills, but Shafi has 11 for the CTs. Krad's only got the 1 for now, so if he can find a better time of things, then maybe FORZE's fortunes can change. Azorte desperately trying to hold on to the AWP here. We'll see if he's able to do so. It's getting expensive for Na'Vi now as well.
Ecto nearly died to the bomb.
Yeah, that's a scary one. That's good damage for FORZE. Like, that does matter as the rounds continue, depending on how things go.
Yeah, should allow both teams to buy and both teams to have some slight weaknesses because of all these kills at the end here. Zorte is just so reliable when he's in positions like this, sort of holding angles. Barely seen him miss throughout this series, which is definitely a big benefit for FORZE. That nade will do a bit of early damage, but Simple already in position here. Jerry has to fight him, wins both early fights. Electronic tried to trade, put the smoke down to get into position, but Jerry just too good in those early duels.
Having a cheap look towards the bomb site. But everybody's up for FORZE. Na'Vi will need something special to come out on top in this round. 3 versus 5. Bit at half health, 1 flash. They've got the mollies though, you can see they are waiting to execute these grenades. Very tight angle from Jerry, starting to move now. That's a big frag, 5 on 2. Brad waiting for a smoke push. He's got massive advantages. Slowly falling back now. 40 seconds remain. The smokes on the T side have come and gone. It's going to be guns blazing to find something in this round. Now, what is the goal here? 2v5, 30 seconds left on the clock. Is it to make it expensive? Is it to plant the bomb? Either way, nothing doing. All 5 standing for FORZE at the end of the round.
And Jerry putting himself in a pivotal position on the map towards Cave, towards Cheetah, and he makes sure to win these early fights. It's the first one, Simple forced in, and you see Electronic just desperately wanting to trade, putting that smoke down. The second kill was really clean from Jerry. Just put FORZE in that position where they were able to dominate, and now that earlier damage to Na'Vi's economy proves its worth, proves its value. It's basically no investment from Na'Vi here. Although still the Simple Deagle, which we have seen crack open rounds already. Ooh, do you want to take that fight, Xiaofi?
No one
League
wants
on
to
the
take
other
that
side.
fight.
Oh, apparently he does.
Nobody wants it from Simple. I feel like he's won most of those duels, at least the ones we've seen. Plenty of time for Na'Vi to go fishing, but Shalfi's not interested in this. He's got places to be. That guy's got a dinner reservation. Electronic will collect a hand cannon. I've fired a Desert Eagle in real life. It has so much recoil. The one that I fired had a counterweight on the end of the barrel, so it didn't kick back as much when you fired it.
Damn.
It really is a hand cannon. Very useless. Because you just cannot control it. It's absurd. But there we go.
It looks cool though, so
It is a
that's the main thing.
massive pistol. Yeah, Shafi nonplussed about the pistoleros in the mid position. Forza moved to 6. Things starting to look healthy for Forza in this first half.
Shalfi really has been farming some of those anti-ecos. Look at this from Na'Vi, straight into the B-bomb site. Electronic, no time to waste. And they're not able to get much going from his angle. Trades all over the bomb site, and it's Na'Vi with that bomb planted in a 2v2.
Well, this one has escalated quickly. There's one kit on the 2 CT players. Result of 22 HP. Who goes first? Who trades? Not the easiest situation. They're taking their time, though. Molotov is up from the teeth, and that's going to buy them some time. The smoke behind it is absolutely brutal. Unless they find something through the smoke, this could be it. But Perfecto's looking to pursue. He's getting tagged, though. Has to be careful. But he will hear the retreat. Wants to make it expensive, but I think the round will be enough. An AK for his troubles. Na'Vi back on the scoreboard, moving to 5.
Perfecto survives on 1 HP again. Last time it was 3, this time it's 1. Apparently he's calculating it well. Yeah, that is just the full commitment early, and I feel like Krad kind of needs to win one of those early fights, because once Na'Vi gets so far up onto the site, you see Jerry trying to get back into position, but gets traded. Result got a couple of nice kills back, but you get that bomb down in a 2v2 with loads of nades left to work with Na'Vi, and they make the most of that fact. Still only 1 round in it right now. Big control has been taken early by Na'Vi. Shalfi able to get a kill there, though. And Zorte using the AWP in this position this time. See if Na'Vi can overcome that fact. This double setup could be awkward to overcome if you don't use your utility wisely.
Noise has been cut. Grenades being lined up once again. Old reliable, nades into B, but as we can see, it is a busy area. It is a well-populated area as far as Forza are concerned, and the timing on that smoke could hardly be better. Na'Vi may have to wait now, as I would imagine that gap's deliberate. You can see they are waiting to respond immediately to the grenade sailing into the B-bomb site, and indeed there is a Molotov to start things off. Sorte with a fantastic flick. An incendiary to respond is devastating for Na'Vi. 20 seconds on the clock, 3 versus 5, still waiting to breach the bomb site. NPL will drop the bomb, and I don't think there's anything else for Na'Vi to achieve in round 12.
Yeah, this round was really a non-starter for Na'Vi. I'm a little surprised they never cleared out any of those angles in towards Cave, in towards Cheetah or Jaguar, or whatever the hell you want to call it. The fact that they're setting up their utility into B, it's just kind of wild. You see how costly it was, you know, Zorte just holding that angle with the AWP. Na'Vi have no real chance to get onto the B site. And it doesn't look like Blade is too happy with how that round went. I do love that Blade, you can clearly tell he has a lot of control over the team. He has a lot of responsibility. Not one of those coaches that just takes a back seat.
Yeah, not a cheerleader type coach. Come on, guys. You can do this, guys. Yeah, he's got a depth of tactical knowledge, as we referred to on his old team.
That's probably why he gets frustrated. If he sees something he doesn't like, he's like, oh,
yeah.
I know
Put him
exactly
up
what
there
he should be doing.
With the likes of Threat, one of the great minds. He had the infamous Molotov execute on the A-bomb site of Cash, which we all miss. But anyway, we'll have the Hero AK-47 in the hands of Simple. His teammates are dying very quickly indeed. There goes Simple as well. A fast eco round is a good one. No one lost for FORZE, building money for the late rounds in the first half.
Surprised they didn't have the donut smoke there on the Na'Vi side, considering the way Perfecto just jumped round. But then they filter out into A, and FORZE clean up as expected. And this buy is so weird for Na'Vi. I mean, you get an AK out, but Simple doesn't even get a helmet. And then everyone else has Galils. So yes, they get good utility on all the other players. Simple going to be running up early. He wants this fight against Jerry. And Shalfie here this time, though. Trade available, but Jerry, the second man there. Again, that cave position reinforced for FORZE, constantly fighting for it. And oftentimes winning those early fights there.
FORZE are threatening to have a very strong scoreline at the end of this half. This round hangs in the balance for both teams, however. FORZE spread out as noises cut for Na'Vi. 1A, 1 mid, 1B. All passive. If they can retake together if necessary, then that might be enough. Just abuse the numbers advantage. Not too concerned with the plant itself. Just spotting for info, FORZE by the looks of things. Na'Vi moving together though. Perfecto at half health. 2 bullets will be enough. Arrow to the knee even. Result moving over towards the B-bomb site now. 38 seconds on the clock. There are some HEs which could be interesting if they can find an angle, but Result's very curious. Wants to know if anyone's here. Taken somewhat of an off angle. And he has picked the right bomb site. If the grenades go first, then that's going to be so painful. NPL 1v1. Jerry has the angle. Zorte on the way. Jerry will deliver the goods. Another round secured for FORZE. 9-6 over Na'Vi.
And nicely done for FORZE again. This time, Result able to get some nice timing there, catching that first player in the back. They close out the 3v2 in their favor. Just those early fights around that B area, around Cave, have been such a focal point for FORZE. Couple of rounds now where they've had 2 players stacked there. And into the last round of this first half. Is Na'Vi still with enough money for a buy? But it's looking good for FORZE here to get potentially 10 rounds. Would be a strong showing on their CT side. Smoked down early. Simple finally winning one of those early fights. That was over towards mid. That's got one back, but Jerry wants to go through here. Or maybe he doesn't. Decides to chill. FORZE are down a man. Perfecto chunked down to 2 HP. Jerry finally decides it's time to play it safe. But Zorte is going to go aggressive himself.
Oh, rare miss from Zorte. And a great opportunity for Na'Vi to finish this half with an extra round. The remainder of FORZE not connected to each other right now. Wrong side of the map, it seems, as well. Looking for any lurkers. And Bit will be doing exactly that. Shalfie's taken a lot of damage, though. But it's still doable. Have a look at Perfecto and Simple. Another round where Perfecto's got 3 HP or less. Simple's in trouble as well. This one could still go either way. Jerry got a nice angle on this bomb site. Perfecto drops. There goes NPL to trade. Bomb spotted. Shalfie on the way, but it's a very long rotation indeed.
It's a long and lonely road back to the B-bomb site for Xiaofi. He's had an incredible half hit. 22 kills to his name. He needs 2 more if FORZE want double digits at the half. Has to go for it. As soon as he starts to cut the noise, the time is so far against him. I think he's got to get a move on here. He might just have to run at some point. Simple spotted, but the headshot delivered. 9-6 at the half. Double dualies for Na'Vi. Oftentimes towards that B site, you'll see those dualies put to use. Electronics actually got one boost up over towards A as well. Some nice utility early from FORZE. Just that top mid smoke to get that early control. See if that is going to help them split this A site. No presence on mid for Na'Vi, so the Glocks have the opportunity here. That smoke makes life awkward for them, and Bit delivers early. Electronic here alongside him. That crossfire is deadly, and Result just looking for any way in. But it's a 1v5 he has to win. He's got the USP. He's got basically no chance here. Electronic gives him another fight. I think now Na'Vi should just turtle up and realize there's no need to give this one away here.
"45 seconds to do it. Na'Vi will look to make it as hard as possible. Still players in mid. Bit spotted on the side. Still got, oh my days! Result, what was that? He knows Bit's around the corner, trying to avoid a 1 versus 2. He's still got 30 seconds, but he's going to need to reload soon, and that's going to be super awkward. 1 HP! Oh, 7 HP for Bit. Man, if that bullet had collected enough, then he would have had the space to reload. He made that one look dangerous, but still, it goes the way of Na'Vi. Oh, that was scary.
That was a full 1v5. As much of a 1v5 as you can get. The fact that he brings that somewhat close is crazy. And it looks like FORZE are going to use all that money he made. Result's going to drop the AK for Xiaofi. It is a full hero AK. No one else has anything on the FORZE side. I mean, Xiaofi has been performing so far. Top of the server by some distance. See if he can find any fair fights as the rest of the team have Glocks. There is also Kevlar on Zorte, in case that AK is dropped at any point. It's worth mentioning that Ancient has been a much more balanced map in recent months. At Katowice, for example, it was basically exactly 50-50 on T and CT side. So Na'Vi do have some work to do here on their pick of Ancient. Pistol round is a good start. And Na'Vi playing so passive in this round, not giving that AK any chances. Crad is just trying to be the bait, the first man in. Oh, an Electronic, unable to convert the spray. That is awkward now. The flank coming in, Perfecto wins that fight. That's big, but Krad's still up close. It looks like Na'Vi should have the cleanup crew here, though. MPL just about doing enough, and Na'Vi don't take too many casualties in that one.
And now the game begins.
I mean, that hero AK makes FORZE's buy a little awkward. I think you still have to go for it here.
Yeah, I paused and I was like, or does it? Because some of those guys have got like 3,800 in the bank, but it does. This is a dangerous round. Versus the SMGs as well. There's opportunity. There is balance by some measures. Looking for an early entry into this A bomb site. Simple by the box will be dropped, and Bit will trade. No, Electronic will come in there. I was like, wow, that was a fast trade with the MP9. Bit was the M4 from further afield. Bit will hold down a donut position though. FORZE are poking everywhere at the moment. The bomb is yet to be seen. As we can see, it has been dropped in a passive position. With only 3 players, someone eventually is going to have to go back and collect it. We can see Jerry's made his way onto the A bomb site. Xiaofi's looking for opportunity in the meantime. Does he try and catch someone rotating over towards A, or does he go back for the bomb? There's still a minute on the clock, but Jerry Surely if he continues, then Bit's going to have a better angle. This is awkward. It's a standoff. But again, FORZE are the ones who have to make the move here.
Oh, no. Jerry never clearing that corner. Bit, I think, made a good decision there to just leave that A bomb site. He only had the MP9. He felt uncomfortable there alone. Jerry tries to stray out, and that's where the MP9 pays off a bit. It looks like Na'Vi are more than happy to set up to play retake. They have kits. They still have some utility. They're going to try and work together, but it's 2 MP9s on mid right now. Result wins that initial duel. There's the second headshot, but still 2 more to find. He goes aggressive on the reposition, but I think he's been spotted. Another kill confirmed. Finally, Bit puts him down, but man, he made that close.
Wow. Be it pistols, be it AKs, Result is looking dangerous on this T side, and most of the rounds are to come. There's a 3K for Bit in that round as well, as the score is tied. That was, I mean, even with that frag onto Jerry, FORZE made that a hell of a situation. Result with so many frags, so close to clutching more than 1 round in this half so far. And who knows what else is ahead of us. 9 apiece, a timeout from FORZE as they consider how to proceed. We had a banger of a first map, and this one looks exactly the same in that respect. Neck and neck are the 2 squads as FORZE try to force their way to a 3rd map by taking their opponent's pick, as was done to them on Overpass.
Yeah, and even when it looks like Na'Vi are going to get a comfortable round, FORZE still hanging in there. And in this one, again, FORZE making sure they get that 1 AK out for Shalfie. He's going to have no money in the bank. So FORZE really want to keep this CT economy low with how much they're investing into all these rounds. That means they can still be competitive in this one. B site looks like it'll be tested this time. Smoke goes down. Shalfie wants to phase that smoke. Result went out first, but Shalfie set up for the refrags. 2 kills into B. Can he get 1 more? No. MPL finally replies, but Crad quick on the trade again into another post plant.
He's not planting a bomb though, because have a look at where
wow.
Zorte is. Zorte is miles away with only a deagle, so he's gone to find out what's happening towards the A bomb site. They don't want to take the risk of planting, and he races over and gets caught instead. They're going to make a run for it. He doesn't know the situation towards mid, but Zorte can go through the A bomb site and take a very forward position. Donut's going to be an issue. We can see Electronic is on the way as well, but he's going past Zorte's angle. Crad won't be there for a while yet, so Zorte could check to his close right, but would he assume that it's clear? He's not looking at this at all. Electronic's basically on the site. He realizes what's going on. Bit still towards B, but Electronic is surely going to get a free kill here. Absolutely. Oh, Zorte. Oh, this is turned into a complete disaster. Avoiding the flashes down to the 1v1, loses the duel. How unfortunate for FORZE. They've made the right play, but wrong timing.
God, these rounds are terrifying. I can't believe the bomb goes all the way back. I was sure that the bomb was going to get planted there for FORZE, considering the circumstances ahead of the round. You're right, they go back. They try and play it in the long run. Instead, it's Na'Vi who have somehow won every single round in this half. It hasn't been easy for them. They're up to a 10-9 lead because of it. Still the pressure on. Both teams with basically no money in the bank. Is back to AKs for FORZE, but look at the aggression. The flash into mid is perfect for Simple early. He's out in the open though. He's exposed, so he gets traded. And now FORZE look to group up over towards A.
Sharpie getting dropped, Bit looking sharp as well as these FORZE players. FORZE needs to get these AKs away from Na'Vi. But the FAMAS will be enough for Electronic. Great angle. Jerry to trade though. 2 versus 3 in favor of Na'Vi. Still a minute on the clock, and then there were 2 for both squads. But NPL is close enough to do some damage. Bit with the last kill. Na'Vi with 11.
I mean, this is the thing that FORZE are really good at, in my opinion. I feel like Jerry is so good at calling in a way that just makes chaos and makes the opponents uncomfortable. You see these rounds are just turning into complete chaos. And it's making them really close, and it's making them awkward. But Na'Vi are doing a fantastic job at just holding on in all these uncomfortable situations. Saw the bomb there was trying to run all the way through A back to B. Na'Vi were prepared for that opportunity. And wow, Krad taking a lot of damage there towards mid. Falls back. Another hero AK. This time it's in the hands of Jerry. Oh no, that spray is not good. Perfecto able to take two. I think finally we're going to have a clean round for Na'Vi. They can build up some money, James. This is crazy.
Been a long time coming if they can get there. But we shall see. Krad's got some time to be a nuisance. See if he's able to do something. He can use his time to think about the round 2 cup, what has passed as well. And now they can find a way in. It begins then for Krad, who still has a minute to try and find another kill. And there's absolutely an argument to make this as expensive as possible. He's going to go all the way around as Na'Vi will spread out as well. Even if they lose another player, they can act as an early warning system. You can see Perfecto. He's got a very deep angle with 4 HP. Not really enjoying 100 HP very often, is he, Perfecto? Hiding behind the box, popping up with perfect timing to stop the bleeding. Just a 1 player loss. And they take 3 AKs into the next round. That is something which could have a big impact on the future rounds as well. We've got shot players on both sides, and Na'Vi with AKs could be a difference maker in the next round.
Yeah, so the first time it's Jerry with the hero AK, and I mean, maybe he will feel bad about that decision because he just should have got the trade. He had to trade Perfecto. It was a big whiff on the spray. Fair play to Perfecto for stepping up under difficult circumstances there with the MP9. Timeout taken by FORZE. Also got to say, big shout out to Bit, because I'm pretty sure he ended the half on like 2 kills in that first half. He's really stepped up on the CT side alongside the rest of his teammates now. Pretty even spread for the Na'Vi side. FORZE have taken quite a few rounds close here in their second half, but they are still yet to get a T round on the board. That has to change here. Mid being contested early by Na'Vi. A lot of utility used. And oh, Jerry just about hits the headshot before dying in his own molly.
Died for the cause. Three v 4 though for FORZE. Will be awkward by some measures, although have a look at the position that most of Na'Vi are in on the radar. They're going to clear this area and see that no one is here.
Yeah.
Now, FORZE were poking in this direction earlier on, and they still could do through the mid position as we reach the minute mark. So I do wonder about the rotation we might see from Na'Vi. They could end up with 1 player towards B, and FORZE heading in that direction. For now, though, it will be 2.
Wow.
Electronic to get dropped as he looks through that mid position. And now the world is their oyster, FORZE. They have time to wait to try and thin these numbers out. It's a very forward situation for Na'Vi here, which might work out for them. But Bit can't turn around to his right-hand side too much, and they've walked in behind him. But his flank could be perfect. But does he check this position? Surely he doesn't. He's going to have a look towards the mid area. In the meantime, Perfecto's on the site alone. This is so strange. Perfecto's getting traded, but Bit's going to be so close behind them. Will they even be ready for this? I don't think they will be.
Yeah, Zorte had no idea, but it's Shalfie in a 1v2. He's played so well for FORZE throughout this map. Bomb is ticking. Na'Vi decide to group up into this cave position. Xiaofi will have to get the read on that. The bomb is planted on this far side. Xiaofi's looking for fights aggressively. They won't expect this angle. They won't expect Xiaofi. He lines them both up, and finally, FORZE pick up their first T round.
Unbelievable how close these rounds are. And look what that's done to Navi's economy. Perfecto won $2,000. There is an opportunity for FORZE, who are really focused on bringing this one back. They're taking their third timeout now to discuss the proceedings. Opportunity knocks for them, and that was expensive for them as well. They may be a little bit short by some measures, but now is a chance for them to take control of this, or is it? We can see an AWP is coming out for Simple. Seems that he might be angry.
Oh boy, I mean, he just lost a 2v1, so I'm sure you may have awoken the beast. I mean, it's Xiaofi who's doing his best Simple impression on this map, though. 28 kills, 123 ADR. He's won 5 opening duels. He's never been the first to die. Some really impressive stats from Xiaofi. I think he's definitely got quite a few anti-eco kills, I will say. But yeah, as you were pointing out, the hero AWP now for Simple. I mean, I know the hero rifle is kind of the CIS special. The fact that both teams are consistently going for this shows how topsy-turvy this game has been.
Anything can happen with a hero AWP. Presence being shown towards A now. You can see the two-man rotation as NPL jerks and glides his way around looking for information. AWP announces itself. Jerry is dropped in donut, and instantly everybody heads towards B. And the rotation's happening here as well. NPL with a very awkward angle, but still there's an opening then for FORZE. Utility to try and cut these angles up. Simple maybe being forced away, but Electronics found himself an angle. See if this bomb plant can do anything about it. Sorte getting tagged, but still standing. Now getting towards that moment where it might be time to save this AWP. Indeed, it seems to be the case as FORZE get closer to an 11th round.
Oh, and Bit's even been able to steal that Galil that was dropped, which is pretty important for him, actually, considering the economy. It's Simple, as long as he saves the AWP, probably could have dropped Bit a gun either way. Yeah, Bit saving that Kevlar. Alongside the Galil should be nice for him. Finally, a chance for FORZE to build up some money, build up a little bit of breathing room. Their economy, at least. Free salt down to 2 HP from the bomb. Seen that a couple of times throughout this map. But they all survive. Now the question is, what did Navi do in this gun round with the AWP on Simple? Hasn't been too many opportunities for the AWPs in this second half because the economy has been so sketchy. Zorte also able to get an AWP on the other side. Big round here for both teams again, especially Navi. Don't have too much money in the bank here.
Style points for that incendiary on B ramp.
Hell yeah.
Sideways run.
Navi are really putting a lot of emphasis into this mid control in almost all these rounds. Double molly early this time so that Electronic can get established in this position.
So calm throwing those grenades while blind. It's really scary to watch. I'm scared for him. Simple says hello with the AWP. Very hard to respond to that angle. So tight, but maybe the smoke will be the way. Bit forced to fall back. 1 minute on the clock. The bomb at the mouth of mid. Will there be a wide swing from Grad? No. Hard for Joe to trade in that situation. But he'll manage to get there eventually. Down to 8 HP though. That is a big, big frag. They know Simple's in donut and he's still standing in that position. Jerry's on the way to try and do something about that. Simple's aware of that situation. Missed the angle for a second, no, but Jerry will be dealt with. The USP is enough. 3 versus 2. No more util for FORZE. They've got to find the long-range frag because eventually this angle will be exposed to Simple as well. That's what he was looking for. Perfecto dropped NPL behind. Still hiding from Simple. Did he spot NPL there? Perhaps he did. He's got Shalfi in for support. 3 bullets remain in the magazine. Still being teased by NPL, still peeking. NPL trying to find a trade fragger. He's baiting all these shots from Sorte and still hasn't been touched somehow on the bomb now. While Simple covers, but they will be dealt with eventually. The last bullet in the magazine will be the one to drop Simple as FORZE tie the score.
Smoking Donuts slowed down Simple significantly on that retake. And Shalfi up to 30 kills for FORZE. That was Electronic caught in the open, which was so important. Sorte gets established on that CT angle. The utility not really there for Na'Vi, certainly not used on that specific fight. And we were saying Na'Vi's money is bad. Well, it's cost them here. Down to pistols in this one, and FORZE should have a great chance to take the lead.
Perfecto, the Desert Eagles are out again. One's been dealt with, but Simple still has his, as does Bit. They're on the wrong side of the map though, so FORZE should be okay to take the lead here. What a fantastic series to start off the week of Counter-Strike in this group. Group D. Very engaging so far. Simple tanking damage there.
I mean, what a statement game this is from Shalfi. I have to assume this is the best map of his career. 31 kills against Na'Vi. On Na'Vi's pick. If FORZE win this map and take us to a third, they have him to thank.
Does Simple survive?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he might die to the bomb. Oh, never mind. Yeah, no bomb needed. That's the thing I love about FORZE. Jerry's always been so good at getting the most out of CIS players that you don't really know that well. Players that honestly haven't gone on to do too much else in their career. I feel like this squad has a lot of talent on it, though. I really think with Jerry at the helm, this team is a scary, scary upset team. And they're doing what they can to try and take us to a third map against Na'Vi right now. See just how serious it is in the Na'Vi side of things. I love the hand movements from Blade. Just making sure he commands the situation in this timeout because Na'Vi need it right now. I think Simple has enough to get Kevlar with that AWP. Indeed he does. Utility solid for Na'Vi, but only the one kit in play. Let's see if they change their approach at all here in round 26.
Just Electronic. We have a wide swing from Sorte, but the flashbang stops him from finding his target. It was the right play though.
Wow. And
they're creeping in towards the A bomb site. No sound cues for Bit just yet. And this looks like the right read, but will it have the right timing? Some early presence shown. Oh, that's a smoke for Donut, isn't it? No, it's for the CT angle instead, so Donut will still be a problem. But Bit's the only man there. He is blind, maybe spotted. Look how fast that swing is from FORZE as well. What did Na'Vi do here? Did they even go for the retake at this point? We're getting re-smokes come into these angles. Surely it would be a suicide mission to chase off this. They can't afford to lose these weapons, Na'Vi. This would be a horrible time for everything to be lost.
I think they're hanging around and just seeing if they can find a fight early. But FORZE aren't giving that away. Big call for Na'Vi here. Do you commit to the retake? They can't find anything. I don't think they can go for it. And it looks like they agree. 14 for FORZE, about to be confirmed. And I love the pace change. All in on this A site early in a round. Electronic actually falls there. You cannot afford to lose any more players here on the Na'Vi side. I think they will be safe to save. We saw NIP struggle with that A play back in Group C in their decider game. That A play beat them a couple of times towards the end of Ancient. I love that FORZE call it in this round. I think it was a great time to do it. At least Na'Vi save on some players. At least they are able to get themselves a full buy still. You can't get away with too many more saves, Na'Vi. You've got to fight for the rounds now. huge opportunity for FORZE here. Big underdogs in this matchup against Na'Vi, but show that they are going to be putting up a great fight in this group.
Would be a great way to make a statement. Seen very good performances from the likes of Restart and Shalfie. Big numbers, but also very important frags. Clutches from Zorte. Krad's on the back foot a little, but maybe he can be the difference maker in these late rounds. Against a very tough opponent as well. NPL trying to catch players off guard, taking that late damage. But Perfecto's going to be the one to deliver those frags. The distraction at least has been enough. 54 seconds. Jerry will trade eventually. Have a look at that angle. Krad's having a nightmare of a game. 2 versus 4 then. Na'Vi held onto these weapons and put them to good use in round 27.
Ooh.
Spotted Simple, but spotting Simple is only half the task. Fragging Simple, something else entirely. A quick shot from him, leaving Jerry with 20 HP. 13 rounds then for Na'Vi. They are staying in the fight, but FORZE have got plenty of money to spend in this round as well.
And Na'Vi have to keep fighting. Lovely timing on this aggression from Perfecto, though. Just got established on that angle. You see the second player trying to trade just lines up. Brad then realizes he probably has to try and activate elsewhere, has to try and make life awkward for Na'Vi. As soon as he loses that fight, it is Na'Vi's round to win, and they do indeed take it. Again, this early mid utility on display, but they're going to flash through it here. Electronic in position, able to double down despite being blind. Oh, an NPL here to help from up above. Big mid hold from Na'Vi. And surely no way into this round now for FORZE.
You can see the urgency for FORZE. They had to get something from that situation. They had to respond with some kind of trade eventually. Otherwise, the round is lost. But they were unable to do so. The round is lost anyway, and at this point, they still have money. No, Jerry would be short, but they more or less have money to buy in the next round. But they need to make it expensive. They need to keep Na'Vi short of something, lacking something. They need to make it expensive if they can. The likes of Simple may not allow them to do so, but he's currently over towards 8. I don't know how much they're going to commit to this FORZE. They can hold on to these weapons. Shalfie can drop to his teammates, no problem. He can fill the gap in the economy for Jerry. If they could at least get a frag or something, that could certainly help, but it seems unlikely now. Na'Vi heading towards 14-14. You wonder if FORZE have enough left to get these final rounds and take us to a third map.
This is where the pressure starts to build, especially when you have a round like this where 3 of your players are sitting there just watching. It's almost hard not to think about the scenario you're in. But you're so close to taking this map off of Na'Vi. I feel like you can see Krad in the background just almost taking a second to relax. He's got to get his head back in the game here. Guns are saved. Look at this for Electronic though. Anti-flash initially, just about gets that second kill while blind. And NPL puts the smoke down and delivers an instant headshot. And it is the final timeout taken by FORZE ahead of round 29. We're going the distance here in regulation. FORZE want to make sure they're the ones that have a chance to close out the map. They want to hit 15 first. I feel like they have to go back to a slower round. After you get beaten like that so easily, it would be very, very difficult to call for another quick play.
Bit of camera time before the game time resumes. Both teams well equipped, but again, Na'Vi have 3 AK-47s on their CT side. That's a huge advantage when you have the angles that FORZE have to breach. Good spread of T players. No one lost early in that mid position. Could see Bit and Electronic looking to fight for it. While Shalfie is fairly forward towards A. He'll be left in position as Zorte goes to deliver some flashes for mid, I believe. You can see Crad and Jerry looking to swing, so I think Crad's job in part is to be the first man in. So he'll be the one who has to get riddled with bullets as he swings. Zorte is here as well. Simple on the A bomb site. Electronic in Donut playing the gaps. Getting punished for his insolence. Well then, reinforcements on the way. Red room will be conceded. He'll be left alone by Bit as he makes his way towards A. The numbers are here for FORZE, but can they find the frag? Simple has started off well. Bit holding down a long position. So far, so good for Na'Vi. 4 on 3, 45 seconds. Zorte straight up going for the plant. They'll cover the angles with the bomb, but they've got to find some kills here as well.
Oh, Result in a great position. MPL caught out. Another one for Result. He strikes from behind. And now Na'Vi have so many angles to clear, but Simple's got the first one. They know this angle is dangerous. Jerry being hard cleared here, but Bit not ready for the other angle. Simple hits the shot, but not the frag. It is FORZE up to 15. They call for the A play. Even though they accelerate into Simple's AWP, they're able to find that player in the back lines. It's Result who goes massive. And FORZE now have the chance to try and steal back their opponent's pick and take us to a third map.
What a fantastic way it would be to get there. Doing it the hard way, but Na'Vi were able to build their economy. They have more or less a fall by here. Again, Zorte going for a fast play, still surviving the Molotovs. Have a look at the heat map. Maybe Na'Vi realizing what that play might mean. I think it was a similar one when they tried to poke straight into the A bomb site last time, and it seems they were going for something similar. But this time they're going to try and swing into mid with 3. Electronic sneaks a kill as that smoke goes up. Jerry swinging. The trades won't be in their favor though. Na'Vi in control now as the flashbangs go into the A bomb site. Simple is waiting. Simple is lurking, but the flames are on the way. There'll be a boost, there'll be some elevation. Big headshot, that's a huge frag. But Bit's in Donut, he's got help coming through in that name of Electronic, who will fall actually. Bit drops behind the smoke as well, and it's down to Perfecto. 1 versus 3. They're all tagged, the bomb's planted. He's alone. So far, so good. 2 more to find. 1 long, 1 in the temple. Putting a smoke up, trying to isolate the fights. But where are these final players? He doesn't have a kit. There might be one around him. Putting a smoke on the bomb as well, looking for a flank, which is never going to come. This is burning time for him as well. He's got to solve this problem quickly.